What it is, YouTube, it's your girl Potty Mouth Goddess PMG. What it is, Potty Mouth Squad PMS. How y'all doing tonight? I want you to know, if you don't already know, you're beautiful, kind, smart, intelligent, and just fine. Shh. Okay, you fine. Shh. And anybody who comes in contact with you, they need to ask themselves,
how lucky can one guy be?
alright, look, y'all, I ain't finna do too much talking with this video. Badge Plug, he dropped another video. I'm assuming 2K dropped some more views. Some more views. I'm assuming 2K dropped some more news. Maybe we got more gameplay. Who knows? I skimmed through it just to see like if he was just like Q&A questions or if he was actually showing stuff. And it was some Q&A questions and he was showing stuff. Because if it was just Q&A questions, I wasn't gonna go over it. I'm not gonna keep going over the Q&A questions. But real quick, y'all. Oh, I keep doing that. All right. Look. We got the PG build. Now, I know I just dropped a vid about my predicted builds. I'm gonna go over here, yeah. About my predicted builds. And the PG, I couldn't, like, I had 3, like, different versions of my PG. But this is the official version. I chose between steel and block, and I chose block. And the reason why is, first of all, we don't have all the information on the cap breakers. But the way it's looking this year is for low stats and stuff like that. 1 or 2 cap breakers going to get your shit a little up there. It might get your shit to like the 70s or something. You go from like the 50s to the 70s. So that is what I'm thinking. I also told you, by the way, if you don't want to hear any of this, please skip to whenever I get to the badge plug video. Sorry. Anyways. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. Anyways. I told y'all when I created this build, I was going in mind with at least the mindset of thinking about 10 cap breakers. So the first 3 is going to a drive and dunk, right? Because that's in the 90s. Anytime you get to the 90s, it start going up +1. Close shot, they already told us once you like in the 80s, it go up +2. So we trying to get that to a 92. So that's going to be +3. That's 6 cap breakers right there. The next cap breaker, I'll probably, depending on how the cap breaker system works, I'm going to put 2 on steel, maybe 1 on strength, starting off. Because if I get more, like a 15 or something, I do more on strength. But starting off, I'll do maybe 1 on strength, and then we did say we want our pass accuracy to 88. So either the pass accuracy to 88 or the ball handling. I'll probably end up putting up the ball handle. I'm not gonna lie. Or the speed with ball, depending on what they're going to give us. Who knows? They didn't give us information about all the attributes. Obviously, they can't, because if they do that, people are really going to know what build they want off rip. Like, everybody's just going to be hurry up and making a build. And, yeah, nobody's going to be too excited for when the actual builder, the game drops, and then the builder comes out. Like, nobody's... Anyways, now... let's get to his video.
2K26 news. Oh boy, we've got a lot of 2K26 news, and I'm not going to waste y'all's time, so drop a like and let's get right into it. So, a lot of people were wondering, why does 2K26 have the same badge system, and 2K actually answered it. They said after evaluating how the badge system played out in 2K25, we felt like it hit the mark. The streamlined setup with 40 total badges gave each one real impact on the court, and we...
Not gonna lie, I didn't feel like the badges, 2K25 badges, I don't feel like they need to get right stick ripper. I already said that in another video. But anyways, I don't feel like the badges in 2K25 was bad. Like, I don't feel like that was the issue. It's always, usually it always comes down to gameplay. Like, let's be for real. The badges, I don't feel like it was an issue. So whether they added or removed some badges this year, it didn't really matter to me.
Received a lot of positive feedback.
But I do think by 27, obviously they need to make another change with badges, because eventually it'll get boring.
That works rather than changing just for the sake of change, which doesn't always lead to the best outcomes for the health of the game, which is what I told you guys. Actually,
that's true.
They might be doing.
I'm
Now
glad they
let's focus
finally
into
realizing that,
some
2K.
of
Like,
the
y'all don't
new
have to change
systems that
everything
interact with
every fucking
badges,
year.
like adding more depth to the My Player Builder than ever before and putting a renewed emphasis on skill-based gameplay. You can look forward to features like Max Plus 2s and new badge perks that boost your badges beyond their max potential, and the custom takeover reward which lets you design your own takeover from scratch. We've also introduced new ways to improve your builds over time through build specialization and more impactful cap breakers. The result is more freedom than ever to make each build unique and continue evolving them
That's
as
a
you play
fact.
throughout the
That's a fact.
year.
We're getting married this year.
Because yes, starting off, everybody may make the similar, because the builder is the same. Everybody may make the same type of build starting off, but once everybody start getting their cap breakers, people are gonna pick different things. Like, okay, for me, I might want to put up my damn, what I said, my steel. Where somebody else, they might put up block. You know, and that changes builds very differently. Like, it definitely does.
Alright, you guys let me know what you think about that. I literally guessed it. Now, are they telling the truth? We don't know. But my guess was they're keeping the same badge system. They're trying to polish it, tune it, fine-tune it, whatever you want to say, and make sure that it fits.
So we'll definitely probably have this badge system. If it goes well, this year, maybe 27, and then they'll probably change it.
Really did do this and made the gameplay.
Because I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Like they say they're trying to do on 2K26, instead of just adding random badges that just, you know, could break the gameplay, right? So we will see. All right, we're not there yet, but we have. Are there changes?
See, I don't know. I might put some strength on my player.
One another. This one's huge. Yes, we've made optimizations to ensure the builder is.
Like, strength is. I'm sorry, because I just seen the way he just bodied that dude. Like, I've been big on strength like the past 2Ks ever since they made it big, and strength helps a lot. Like, it really do. It really do. So that's why I'm kind of nervous. Like, damn, I'm starting off with like the 60, but I'm just trying to get the minimum. You know, at least have bronze something. And then this way I could do a cap breaker, and then I get at least, you know, silver or gold, like some type of bully. Y'all remember that? That's not a badge no more. Yeah, but the bully badge. Anyways.
Balance. Some of the more notable changes are that your speed with ball potential cannot be higher than your speed potential. And raising your close shot potential will also raise your driving layup potential.
That's realistic,
There
because
is going to be more tethering.
Who dribbles faster with the ball than what they run?
Some people don't know what tethering is. It's just where you upgrade an attribute and it makes you upgrade another attribute because it just makes sense. Like, no one in the NBA, you know, is going to have 99 speed and not have ball handle or something like that, or speed with ball, right? So, like, you need to have both at once. It balances out the builder to where you can't make super demigods, right? So, hopefully that is addressing more LT, hindering the LT cheese this year, having to. I mean, you guys have seen the builds they make, the LT cheese guys. It's crazy. They got no ball handle.
Oh, that layup would have been 5 if he made it.
Just the stats they need to cheese. But anyway, this one's pretty interesting. Cleaner said, can we get a full core option in my core? This is the best way to learn your moves. And a 2K employee, Michael Mainzer, said that this year you'll just shoot on one hoop. So you can practice your moving dribble moves more easily in my court. No more camera flipping at half.
Thank you. That should be annoying.
So they really
and then the mic core already small.
This year, from what we're seeing, you know, more fluidity, more combinations that you can do, faster gameplay. You can actually lab up your moves coming up and down the court. But this is pretty interesting as well from Joey 2K. This isn't news from a 2K developer or anything like that, but I think this is pretty important to look at, where we know the gameplay is going to be 10% faster in 2K26. So what he did was he gave us a side-by-side of the projected game speed by turning up the sliders from 50 game speed to 55, because that's a 10% boost, and giving us a side-by-side. This is what it looks like.
Okay.
So you are going to be moving faster in 2K26. We know that 100%. Also, the game mechanics, the dribble moves, all that type of stuff, you know, that's going to change it as well. So that's not a direct look of how it's going to look side
I'm
by
excited
side,
for dribbling this
but
year, I'm not going to lie.
It's a guess, right? You're going off the sliders in 2K25. Now, here is SGA with Legend Lightning Launch, okay? Potential 10% plus faster game speed that we're supposed to see. So the reason why he's doing that is because you will probably be able to get Legend Lightning Launch on a 6'6" in 2K26. This is what it looks like. So this is 10% faster gameplay, and then your Legend Lightning launch. It's not like you're flying up and down the court, but you see a lot more fluidity. It doesn't look as slow, and it just looks better. I think that most people can agree that 2K25's gameplay was a bit slow.
It's giving me like a
I don't know, some people are
2K17
saying
x
it's
2K19
higher
feel.
like Mike Wang should do 15% higher. I think 10 is a good starting spot, and maybe change it as we go on, like a month in, 2 months in. You know, that's not something that's going to ruin people's builds or anything.
I mean,
like that. So
unless we already like it. If we
hopefully
like it at the
behind this,
10%, don't touch
speed
shit.
possibly
Don't touch
changing,
shit.
but Mike Wang might be set in stone on this 10% change. Anyway, if you target
And
just
Mike,
one
stop listening to the people who ain't putting the money in the fucking poker. Okay? Like, somebody like Badge Plug, this is a credible person to listen to and go for him. Don't listen to all these spam dribblers. Y'all remember Cheeseholic? He still plays 2K? I used to think he was so ass. Like, ugh.
attribute with your custom
I wish I got
takeover,
to play him.
Will the attribute boost be bigger? The less attributes you target, the bigger the boost will be. You can target up to 3 attributes with each custom takeover. So the custom takeover is going to be huge this year. We know that you can't move up your physicals, but that's just so far answered through the custom takeover. However, they did say that they cut the takeovers in general in, I think it was like in half. So it's from like 22 to 11.
Yeah.
Okay, 26. So maybe they took out every takeover that gives you physical.
And like
stats.
44
I'm gonna miss
abilities.
my slice takeover, man. Speed and agility. It was such a great takeover for me for my LT stopper builds and all that stuff. But look, we got another one. Are the attribute requirements to select each build specialization the same for all builds? The attribute requirements for each of the 5 build specializations remains the same no matter what build you make. Remember, you can choose one specialty per save file.
Okay, so that answered my question from my last video.
If you watch the builder reveal, it was like
So you can't have
split
another-
second where
you can't
see
change
It
it.
was like the 3rd and the 4th goal, and I wanted to just check to see what it was. Is there a cap breaker there? Is there a max +1? And there was not. So unless there is on level 1 and 2, which I highly doubt, the first
I might do
two
speed as a
things,
specialization
you get
because I do want him to be
2 cap
faster. I
breakers
don't know.
Towards that goal, so if you do a defensive specialization, you're going to get 2 cap breakers.
Alright, this is the last time I'm pausing it. I promise. Anyways. With these specializations and these cap breakers and stuff, it is going to be so hard. Like me even thinking about just my PG right now, what exactly I want to specialize, it's going to be so hard for people to choose, and everybody's going to choose something different. Like somebody might choose to specialize in, I don't know, mid-range. Somebody else might choose to specialize in speed, and they might have the same exact build, but it's going to vary in vastly in different ways because your specialization might be shooting, whereas mine's might be fucking playmaking or finishing.
You get a max +1 and a max +2. Now, we still don't know where the other ones come from. There's still 2 more max +2s, 2 more max +1s, so we will have to see. But I really think those are going to be in the season pass, at least 1 max +1.
That man
max
was bending
+2,
over and
probably
reaching for his
cap breaker
life.
as well, and it needs to be talked about how that's going to be even more pay to win this year. So I want to go ahead and just say that, you know, a lot of people are going to buy straight to level 40 so they can have that instead of it resetting in the season and you have to wait. Now, some of the max +2s, like the build specialization, you will be able to carry over, and I think we're about to answer that pretty soon, so let's just get into it. Are the max +2 badge perks earned from build specialization permanent? Yes, they are permanent on your account once earned and can be used on any save if the build specialization path selected has already progressed to earn the max plus reward. So they've already told us that if you do the shooting build specialization on one build and then you activate it on another one, it will already have it completed. And now we know it's not going to be like the season pass where it resets. However, that doesn't.
Yeah, because that was
reset,
my question
right? They're probably
too.
going to have
That's
some
annoying.
pass. If they have 2 max +2s in the season pass, guys, 2K26 is going to break so many microtransaction records like they already did this year, I believe, from looking at the earnings reports. It's gonna be insane. You might be sitting there like, bro, there's no way people are buying to level 40 to get their Max Plus 2s. Yeah, they're definitely going. I know a lot of people that do it this year just for one Max Plus 1. So actually, the Max Plus 1 and the Max Plus 2 that you get it like.
I ain't buying no level
Some people
40.
just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
But I will say,
Like
I do get the Pro Pass and stuff like that. I'm getting the $135 edition this year. Usually I get the $100 edition, but I was like, you know what? Cause usually it's like $50 more. I was like, oh, it's only $35. I just might. You still get an extra 35,000 VC. So
Whenever you get the Max Plus 1 app this year, I forgot. I haven't played 2K25 really in a minute. You guys know I kind of retire by like April, and I come back at the very end of the year to warm up a little bit for the next game. Anyway, Zach Timmerman, 2K employee, said, how mad do you think people would get if the game hated on your build? Like a two-way basic or an unskilled Pine Rider.
not as
So we
devious.
know in the last video...
Nah, 2K basically saying your build is trash is crazy.
200 build names in 2K26 from approximately 300 last year. And now Zach Timmerman is going even deeper in his bag and giving us some funny names as well. 'Cause, you know, you can make very trash-looking builds.
Exactly,
in
yo.
this game, in any 2K. So that will be...
And that should let you know
And also
before
funny
you
to
make
make.
that build.
Even like when you know,
Permanently
when you
make a
start
build in the build. If they
getting
give you a trash name, nigga, delete that
Legend
shit. Make something else.
Right? And it's
'Cause I'll be
actually
damned.
turning into a good build with all the Max Plus 2. Like you're gonna be
What
able to
that
make
shit said, unskilled
crappy
Pine
builds still good,
or
most
two-way
likely.
basic.
So anyway,
Nah,
Double H
two-way
gave
basic is crazy.
Some recommendations, and you see we have bench warmer, cardio warrior, job application,
One-way traffic
two-way
home,
VC
flight reacts.
specialist, refundable wing. I mean,
Two-way VC waster
I
is
think that we're gonna see
crazy.
a lot of this in the game because Zach Timmerman made that tweet and he was adding some, and then told us, hey, there's 4,200 builds right after. So, yeah. By the way, the gameplay you guys are watching, just real quick, is my 96 strength build I had last year. My bully guard. I loved this build, man.
See what I'm? Yes, like a guard with strength, bro. That shit is fun.
Or to 2K25, man. Like the amount, like this build was still able to dominate in rec, like a 96 strength bully guard. There was just so much more diversity that if you were good enough at the game, you could dominate. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
just hope, like, just comparing the dribbling from 24 to 25 is a big difference, and that's saying a lot, bro. That really is saying a lot. So anyway, people noticed that in the build drop, you see Shifty Shooter no longer has an agility requirement. So keep that in mind when you're making a build in 2K26, that there is no requirement on your build. Also,
I ain't really give a
made
about
us
agility
a-
anyways,
from
for
the
real.
build drop, a contact dunk requirements. Elite is 96, Pro is 87, Small is 86, and then you see your verticals on the side. I believe those are for 2
Okay,
foot.
so we don't need the 85 vert.
2 foot
We
contact
don't.
dunk.
We
So,
don't. We need the
yeah.
82.
Anyway,
We need the 82.
guys,
Yes, yes. We're
I
getting
just
those
wanna talk
elite
about
contact
2K26
dunks as soon as
real
them
quick.
cap breakers
Like I
come.
said, I hope that it just looks similar. I just hope it's the best game on next gen. I don't think that's going to be too hard to do. The best next gen game that 2K has made. And I hope it's just good enough to where my friends like Remedy and Raptor, you guys know that have been around for a long time, Six God, they want to play the game past September. That's really all I want. Just
He said
I wanna
past
chill with my
September.
friends and have a good
No,
time.
for
So I
real,
hope
because
that is what we are getting, and it kind of looks like that. You know, they're wanting
me
to
quitting the
polish
2K,
the game.
you know I
But
really don't
again,
like the
guys,
2K.
I am not promoting the game. I am not telling you to buy it. Buy it at your own risk. But hopefully, that's what we get, man. Is that polished product of 2K25 with better game speed, with more diversity, no RNG. That sounds good to me.
All right, I'm gonna end that off right there. But to piggyback off what he's saying, like for them to make the best next gen 2K, yeah, they gotta do something, because like I said, for me to not like a 2K, and I 25, I didn't play it past January. That's bad. But the only 2K I ever quit was 2K18. But that was no 2K18 is worse than 25. Like I think I quit that shit probably like I think I gave that game 2 weeks. I said this shit is ass, and I really never touched that game ever again. I think I played like 13 part games. Like, but y'all let me know what y'all thought about this video. That makes me even more excited and more like more of a deep breath with my PG build that I just showed y'all, because like I was worried about like maybe I won't have enough cap breakers, and then we don't know how much is put on to each attribute. But nonetheless, I'm excited. PMG, I'm out.